You should be live.
Hello, internet people. Greetings.
Oh man.
All right, we're gonna do some Summer Game Fest predictions tonight. But I'm gonna
Yep.
be honest, I have not been paying super close attention to like what the fuck, and I didn't even realize Summer Game Fest was upon us until like earlier today.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I've
was
just
messaging
been.
y'all on Saturday asking, "Hey, should we do this? Should we do this? Should we do this?"
Oh, you mentioned that. That's right. I mean, you're right. I don't know. It's like without the pomp and circumstance of like E3. I don't know. It just sneaks by you.
I
At least for me, anyways.
need to reevaluate that, man. I mean, we got a surprise state of play tomorrow. Well, it's not really a surprise, but still.
I mean, that's exciting. I'm looking forward to the state of play. I'm looking forward to hearing about the James Bond game. But
And Brad's dream is finally going to come true.
no, it's not.
You got
No, it's not.
give the man some hope. Give him some hope. He doesn't deserve hope,
Never,
but give him some hope.
never.
Speaking of,
Speak of the devil.
and he shall appear.
He has arrived. We're live, by the way, Brad. Just so you're
Okay.
aware. What's up, Bog Noise? Fuck.
And did you hear me say about 3 games, not 2?
I did. I don't know what the third game is. I made slides for the two
You
that you
don't need to
mentioned.
make slides for the third game. It's going to be a quick mention.
What's the third game?
And we'll talk about it.
God damn it, Chris Davis.
We'll talk about it.
You're making it sound like we're not going to talk about it.
We are going to talk about it because I'll take about 90 seconds on it, and then we'll move on.
All right. What's up, King Carrie? Word to your mother. God, ear itches. Hmm.
So, how close are you to beating Claire?
Oh, I finished it on
Oh, okay.
Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't remember which one.
Good.
It was actually, I think it was Saturday. Yeah, I finished it Saturday morning. Spent about 60. I think it was about 60 hours was my final clock time, and I did everything except for Simon.
Yeah, I mean, you got to build for Simon. That's
No,
That's
Yeah,
effort.
you don't build for Simon. You practice parrying.
yeah.
I know how
Simon.
to. Well,
You
that's
don't
the
build for
strategy.
Simon.
That's the strategy for almost every boss. Is
No, but
on
every
their
boss
attack.
you could like RPG your way out of it. You know, like that one you pretty much just have to
You have to parry,
trial and error practice parrying over and over and over again.
and I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't
No,
prepared to do that.
it
It would have
just
added
takes
another
lots
20.
and lots and lots of time.
It would have added like 20 more hours to my playthrough probably, and I wasn't prepared to do that.
Yeah. Uh, so Trail Talk playlist 15 didn't get updated.
No, I posted the link in.
Okay.
You'll see.
One sec.
So here's a question before we start recording tonight. Do y'all want to do Summer Game Fest talk first segment or second segment?
What is the talk?
Predictions. Just talk. We have a state of play tomorrow. We know the James Bond thing is coming. We have the Jeff Keighley thing on Friday. It's just talk. What's possible? What could be there? What do we hope is there? What do we think is not going to be there?
If it's just chatter, I guess
Just
I can
chatter.
go first.
Wait, what?
So I guess that can go first.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I figured it'd be a segment too, but okay.
I figured I would just dedicate one of the 2 segments to that.
But we have a lot more to talk about in games, right? Than we do.
I mean, you have a game, and Chris Davis has 2 games. I have nothing. I don't think Crispy has anything.
Oh,
So
okay.
all my gaming time was spent on Clair Obscur, and I feel like I've talked about that a lot. And I just started dabbling back into Assassin's Creed Shadows, but I'm still like relearning how to play the game. I'm fumbling my way back into Assassin's Creed Shadows, so I'm not ready to talk about it again. Also, it occurred to me the other day that I've played about 16 hours of Assassin's Creed Shadows. I have yet to play as Yasuke once since the intro of the game, like since the
Yeah, I heard it be like that.
prologue of the game.
Do we know how late Crispy's gonna be? Chris Davis, you have the playlist up.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Okay.
He didn't say specifically. He just said yes, he'll be here. You're welcome to ask him.
There we go. There we're good.
You want to ping him and just say, "Hey, should we wait for you on
Trailer talk?
Trailer Talk?" Well, I guess
No.
Trailer Talk doesn't matter, but
Test.
what's up, Brucey?
Brucey the Wizard.
Brucey the Wizard.
And Glanker, we love you too.
Do you think young people know what a wizard is? Like, sorry. Let me clarify. You know how, like, like a piece of software could have like a wizard.
Yeah.
Do you think young people know what that? Because I was in a meeting today, and
I think the
an
terminology.
older person used the term like the wizard when referring to a wizard in a piece of software, and I was just wondering. It seems like
I
a
don't think
very old term.
I think younger people these days probably don't have a lot of
But
exposure.
what would they call it? The app? It's all just apps.
Probably,
right?
yeah.
Documentation? I don't know.
But what is another term for that? Because I feel like that's a specific thing. You need to describe a wizard as a wizard, or people who know what wizard don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. It's a term I personally haven't heard anybody mutter in years. This is the first time.
It's weird that
many years
you haven't heard it when you. I mean, do you? I mean,
and
wizards still exist, right? They still
sure,
exist.
but it doesn't come up. It doesn't come up much in front end web development. I saw.
But I mean, it's kind of like a general term to any sort of like bespoke like pop up that is required. Like something to make something easier within some sort of pop up to collect information, maybe,
A
or like
GUI,
to
maybe?
expedite like a process.
I think people just call those pop ups.
No,
Yeah,
I
they
don't know. They don't call them pop ups.
Well,
A wizard has a function. A pop up doesn't have a function. A pop
You're
up is
right.
generic.
You're right. I'm just saying. I think that terminology just kind of faded into the background years and years and years ago. I just don't think people use it very often anymore. Bog noises. I think they just cut AI.
No.
That's a very recent development.
Software, like things have wizards.
They do.
Setup wizards. I mean, I guess yeah. Like when I install like
setup wizard, is that what Windows calls it?
Well, when you plug in like a new piece of a third party piece of hardware or whatever, it'll pop up with like an installation wizard or a setup wizard or whatever. My brain glosses right over the wizard part, and I just don't even think about it. But yeah, I guess I guess I see it every once in a while when those things happen.
But obviously, to someone unfamiliar, the word is crazy, right?
Probably,
because a person who's not familiar with it is going to be thinking of like the magical wizard, and be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
That's
Why is
probably
it called
true.
a wizard? Because a wizard's making your life easier with a little bespoke pop up. I guess I don't know.
There's probably like a fun story behind it.
It adds a layer of whimsy to it.
Oh,
okay?
it's very old. Like not even internet. Like it's very like the whimsy is just old. Like technology's magical. Computers are magical, so of course we're gonna call
Older
this thing a
tech
wizard.
folks trying to be cute, and they
Yeah.
came up with the term. I don't know.
But back when tech was good and not depressing, it was exciting and optimistic, man. But also very boring. I, I like tech when it was boring.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Are we starting this shit, or are you just gonna let every single person come in?
You're
see everything
you're
we're gonna talk about?
talking. Like, I just
I just want the playlist to go away. I don't like them seeing the entire fucking playlist because then they're gonna go. Actually, I don't care about this. I'm leaving. You're a producer. Produce.
Shut the fuck up.
Well,
Brandon.
that's. I didn't watch this.
Oh, this tech demo looks like shit. Witcher 4 looks like shit. What the
Wait,
fuck?
what?
I thought Witcher 4 was gonna look way better than this.
He's fucking around.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I just expected better visuals.
What is this? This is not what I think it is it? Oh, this is the Witcher collection. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
No, it's not.
Wait, I'm confused. What are we
gonna have to
looking
wait.
at?
He's gonna have to wait.
They're saying
It's okay to
there's no-
wait. There is like a
Everybody-
narrative to
Brad, shut the fuck up.
experiencing things.
Shut the fuck up. There's no audio.
I
for the stream.
fixed. I unclicked. Okay, we're good.
I think personally the graphics suck.
I mean, they do kind of suck.
Let's just let Nick figure it out.
Have a look around.
No, he must know now.
No.
You and him are the same.
No!
You and Chris Davis are both like this. I must know. I'm out of the loop. I can't wait 10 seconds.
Yeah. No, I can't.
Yeah. I mean, what do you? That's what.
But it's
people come
funnier
here
if you
for.
just wait.
That
I
is an
think that was
odd
pretty funny,
brand deal, though. That really is.
It's not.
I mean, they're
that,
all
that
weird.
game literally has everything in it.
Yeah, you should.
Not odd. Brandon. There was a Witcher monster.
Is this
in
that live
Monster
action
Hunter.
horror? Is this that live action horror game that looks also? Yeah, it is. That's creepy as fuck.
This game's sick.
Okay, that's super creepy, dude.
The demo was really cool.
That's what I heard.
When is this coming? I want to play. Oh my god,
I think it's this
that's
year.
that's some Miyazaki shit.
What?
It reminded me of the dude
the
from
Demon
Spirited
Sins?
Away. Yeah.
Wait. I didn't know which Miyazaki you were talking about.
Go
Like
back.
the
back
Demon
it-
Souls Miyazaki?
Oh no. No.
Well,
sorry.
I mean, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell which one.
I get the confusion now. I apologize. Dude, this looks sick. When is this coming? No, I want to know when the actual game is coming.
Okay.
I know we
dude, I have
featured quite a few of these Shinobi trailers, but this one is actual combat where the game looks the sickest. So
Yeah, this looks really good.
Yeah, this looks pretty rad.
I think Crispy might have another winner. Fuck you, Crispy,
Chrissy.
the little bitch. Sorry.
Damn.
He's like, oh, my mic isn't working.
This looks slick as hell.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Chris.
Bleh, we're watching a trailer for a game that you drafted, and it's
Doesn't
pretty
remember.
sick. Or you bid on it, I guess. It wasn't a draft night thing.
Hey, who is Mario Kart?
Ed. I
Ed.
thought it was Chris Davis.
Does Mario Kart suck? Dude, what a fucking twist that would be if Mario Kart sucked. It doesn't suck, obviously. But you know,
No, it's not gonna suck.
I think people were like, we just want this to be like Forza Horizon, and maybe it's not that.
Well, I mean, there's no reviews out there. But
Is anybody on this
know.
podcast going to play Night Rain?
I am 1000% not.
I
Yeah,
let
that's
my
kinda where I'm
PlayStation Plus expire, so
I might if you buy it for me.
You also don't own it, Chris Davis.
Running on fumes.
You are?
Luck? No. The game is called Fumes.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's a play on.
Featured in Trailer Talk before.
Boomies.
Well, I don't have an encyclopedia-like knowledge of every game.
Oh,
you feature
yeah,
in the
okay.
trailer, Tom.
At first, I thought it was a Strand game, but then I realized it was a Twisted Metal, like maybe.
I was about to say this is like getting your vehicular combat boner up, huh?
A Twisted
Well, I
Strand.
mean, I don't know. Is it a real fucking video game, or is it just a nice looking thing? We'll see.
It looks pretty cool.
It looks visually nice, yes. What is it?
Early access.
Early
Access is what it
access.
is.
Fuck me dead.
Hmm.
Indie games are like millennials. They interview really well, but then they suck.
Oh,
Hush now, Olvi.
oh man, I
Yes,
just did a
how?
round of interviews, Crispy, and let me tell you.
Breathe beneath the darkened sky.
Was it Gen Z or millennials?
The night is
Oh, it's
All of them.
both. Well, actually, mostly probably Gen Z. Sadly.
Hey, what's the name of the game with the live action cutscenes again?
Penumbris Somnia.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Of course, it's not something I can just spell.
You could just search the terms. This looks sick, by the
I
way.
yearn.
A roguelike deck builder?
What has
A good-looking rogue like deck builder? No, they
Alright,
can't make those.
Somebody
they're
in
usually
chat.
not-
Shadows rise and twist.
They usually
Somebody in
don't
chat
have.
type the name of that game.
I cut them down without remorse.
Fucking, no one knows the fucking.
The stars of
Why
light
would they
fall
be able to
down.
spell it or know what it is?
But
I
only
put it in the
hold
chat.
back the sky.
Yeah, Dead by
That's-
Daylight. That's what. That's
Shut
what
up!
a
It's not Dead by Daylight.
Zoomer would tell you.
I call upon the spirits to
Oh my
light
god.
path.
Oh my
You
god.
millennials love Dead by
Speak to
Daylight.
me, love. Let me hear your breath.
They're like, oh, I'm playing games with my friends online. I'm a millennial.
Your howl of death.
Fucking losers.
Fucking- Oh man. Brain Jar Games.
This is a random ass assortment of indies, by the way, because that's kind of what was going on so far. And you know,
Yeah.
Gamer Hanukkah.
Gamer Hanukkah. I have never heard anybody say that. I know you probably didn't make that up. You probably stole that from someone.
No, I made it
That's-
up because I kept hearing people call it Gamer Christmas, and I'm like, no, it's like all week plus.
Is this
So,
rhythm-based Sifu?
God damn it. I mean, it certainly looks like that might be the case.
Well, you must be bad at seafood because you definitely need a rhythm to be good at seafood.
I mean,
yeah,
definitely
but
is,
it
yeah.
wasn't. But it wasn't specifically to music. It's different.
Different kind of rhythm.
Yeah, he's hitting enemies to a beat.
No, yeah. It's like a, it's called disco or something. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a Hi-Fi Rush like.
I think I want to play this.
Dead as Disco.
The indie mix or whatever is where I pulled a lot of these from. I think, whatever it's called.
Brad, I'm just gonna need you to casually say the words Gamer Hanukkah during the podcast so I can title the episode Gamer Hanukkah.
Sure.
Hey, I'm Christopher Bodegård, the developer.
Oh,
of
what
the
is this?
esoteric
I didn't screen some of these, so
In Esoteric Ebb, you are the
might need to
cleric,
check the link on
a
some of them.
glorified civil servant in a fantasy metropolis on the brink of
90
its
seconds.
first
talk
ever
about-
election. The events
That looks
of
like
Ebb start
Dark
when you're
Souls.
sent
Yeah,
Is
we've
that-
talked
a
we've talked about
magical
this game before.
incident.
Or we
I don't
it's been
remember this at all.
featured on Trailer Talk
in your
before.
city of Norvik.
Crispy
Depending on
popped off a
how
little bit
high
because
or
it's like
low you make the
two of his
stats,
lanes
your
converging or
experience
something.
will radically differ with each playthrough. Your political alignment,
D&D and
how you
Disco
approach a
Elysium, of
quest,
course.
and even your dialogue choices are all affected by your abilities.
He
of course.
died.
The stats will chime
the
in
ley
and
lines
nudge
are
you in
converging.
directions that align with their personalities, not always to your benefit. Ebb
It's
is
such a
all about
ripoff,
being
but you know,
clear at the
like
table,
like
making the most
like when
interesting
you know
decisions,
games
finding
just started to
your own
like
unique
rip
solutions.
off like Dark Souls or
Whenever a
whatever,
challenge
but like
appears, and
that's
when
cool.
decided
That's
to dive
okay
into
because Dark Souls
When
are
you add
good,
or
right?
subtract
Dark
any
Souls
modifiers
Dark
to
Souls
each
games are
final
good. So even if you don't
If
you only
find
get
a
halfway
challenge
there,
you
you're
could
still
possibly
like
succeed
already
at, there are
you know,
always
I mean,
ways.
it's kind of hard to
In a
rip off
good
a
place.
genre at this point. Like,
Explore the branching
it's more than
dialogues
just
No,
a
they're
series.
ripping off something
information
very
from around the
specific called
city,
Disco
or
Elysium.
wield mighty spells to improve your chances.
But Disco
Every
Elysium
choice matters
rocks,
and will
so
affect how the
I
cleric
mean, and
navigates
given what
sticky
happened to that
situations.
studio, I feel like maybe we should
Don't
just be
forget the
thankful
wishlist
for.
esoteric ebb on Steam for
that someone's
updates
ripping
on
their
the
shit
road
off.
to
I mean, that's how I
Yeah.
felt.
Thank you.
I mean, you know, that's how I feel about like, you know, Metroidvania is blowing up, right? When Metroid and Castlevania were gone for like so long. Thank God that indies were ripping it off for years.
Pathologic 3. God, I want to love this game so bad.
It's not even out yet.
No, but like I was like so excited to like really dig into Pathologic 2, and it was just too hard. Like I could not survive.
Actually, I lied to you. I think there is a prologue out for this.
I don't even know if I want to like tempt myself, because I feel like I'm just gonna fail out super quick. But maybe, I mean, I wasn't super experienced.
Or you could just
survival
fucking
games at the
grow a
time.
pair, you goddamn millennial.
Okay. Okay.
Dude, was that?
I will say this. I think Pathologic 2 had like a better like visual style look to it. Am I crazy?
Well,
or is this
it did those like black background zoom ins and stuff.
I just mean like
really
the
cool
I
looking.
didn't mean like the art style of like the actual like walking around the world. I don't know. It looks something about it is more appealing. I feel like it's changed. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know.
The immortal man. Order. The Inquisitor and the army. An impossible structure. The plague made flesh. This can't just be a dream.
Pathologic is for the people who think
The
Disco
sickos.
Elysium is too
You became
popular.
the head of an emergency
So they're
task
like,
force using
that's not hip
daily
enough for
means
me
to fight the
anymore.
plague. Tell me, Dankowski,
I like
before
Pathologic.
and after, were you always
I feel like those are two
aware of the
very different
consequences of
things.
your actions?
I mean, they're literally different things. Yes, very different things. Yes. But
Well,
trust me when I say
it
this
just
is
feels
like-
weird grouping them together at all. But maybe I'm crazy.
the hipster game.
The Drifter.
If that makes any
Staying out
sense.
here, Mr.
Carter, and I'm not staying out here. Jesus, will you put that thing away? Wait!
What the fuck?
You gotta break out of that.
Got
heavy
kidnapped
voice.
by Sam Fisher.
Point and click game with a sick trailer.
You have to violate his grave?
Since I got back,
Dude, I don't know what
half drowned,
I want.
frozen, I died.
I like this.
I came back.
Oh my god.
It's got a good trailer and you know good animations.
Stress and everything. It's probably just.
In my head, I know.
Jesus, this is you. You killed that man. Psychosis is always a risk in treatments.
Say the patient attacked. Got the DI's gun.
Nick's doing some research. Just wait till the end of the
adding-
trailer, bro.
I'm just adding stuff to my wish list.
Are you deaf?
Dude, this game comes out next month.
Are you a point and click girly? Anybody
I mean,
here?
I wouldn't say I'm a point.
This is
and
like
click
a
girly.
classic
Nah.
point and click though.
Yeah, it is.
I'm real. You know, after that point and click resurgence 10 years ago, I think
You think you're good?
I've tapped out.
It's a genre person.
You've clicked out, actually.
Oh, point me the way to the exit, cause I'm done.
This thing could really
I feel
Yeah.
like this is accomplishing. Like I feel like one of the things that was great about point and click adventure games back in the day is they looked really good because the gameplay was just clicking and shit. They could like look and sound very nice.
car back in Breaker's
And they kind of got away from that because they just became cheap indie games when before they were like big studio games, right? So it's like, well, you're just kind of like evoking the past, but it's not really accomplishing the same thing because this doesn't look better than your typical like NES game anymore. It just looks like an old point and click. But I feel like, you know, obviously that game is pixel art, but it's like it seems so well like animated and designed, and I feel like it's accomplishing what point and click games used to accomplish, even
Hope
though it's
so.
kind of retro.
This is some like peaceful fishing shit, huh?
Literally,
There's
this is the
got-
point of this one. It does. People respond so nice, so well to nice pixel art, And I'm so glad.
Could be something you've never seen.
But are we boomers? What does a young person think when they see this?
Back to give you another run for your money.
Probably that
Haul her
where
in,
the guns.
Head back to the dock and see what your catch is worth.
I guess, but isn't
Then
like
swing by Rusty's Bacon
there are
Town.
games that look
Who
like
does me
shit
but
that are really big, right?
got robbed,
Like Stardew
killed,
Valley or Dave the Diver.
Yeah.
I say quote unquote shit,
Hands
but like I'm saying like these are games that young
Whatever
people
you
are
need
into
to
as
keep
well.
hauling in the big ones.
I'm waiting for like the
This one
Cthulhu or
looks
horror
really-
twist to just drop on this.
No, dude, this
It's
just
a-
looks
no,
like
no.
chill.
See, again, that's your millennial brain, dude.
Chill.
The Gen Alpha just wants the actual fishing.
What the
Gen
fuck?
Gen
You're,
Beta.
you're
You know-
steeped in postmodernism.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it does look cozy. Then in
This
that
looks
case.
cozy. This is like a perfect Saturday morning drinking coffee.
Dude, but then remember when like Wanderstop came out and it was just a cozy game and everyone was kind of like, oh,
When it happened.
Yeah, but that's because of the creator. This has a demo, and people are kind of popping for it.
I'm talking about tonight. I've got footage.
Told us to hide when
Is it going to be 30 seconds? You
No.
remember
is
you
this
had
a
one that was
Strand game?
No, it's a Souls game.
country was sick.
The demo is
I
an
wish
hour
with
long.
some Strand energy. People just see like a poncho, and they immediately think that's Strand.
It's a Strand game.
I don't know about you. I see a poncho and I immediately think Star Wars.
Not that kind of poncho, bro. The Mexican poncho. What the fuck is going on in that game? Is that just his brand?
Poncho? That's just his
Yeah.
brand, man. That's his style.
In
And,
what?
You know, in
More
Star
like a
Wars
rain
Jedi,
poncho.
Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say like fucking Norman Reedus doesn't even wear a poncho in Death Stranding, and that's all Troy
Everyone
Baker's
else is-
character,
Yeah.
who like isn't even in half the game. Like,
Oh, I just want to post
Poncho.
this because I'm so sad. They like the lowest budget
Whoa, what's
remakes
going on
of
here?
Front Mission games. Make it just it. This is, it's
Criminal.
Rob. Sorry. This is blasphemous to me. This is
Why?
horrifying. I hate this. I hate this so much. This is like the most monkey paw shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, oh, they're gonna remake all the games in a cool series I used to love, and then they just give them like $100 and say good luck.
They
They're all
no,
gonna look
they
like-
easily had about $1,000.
But here's the thing. You know, like when I was just talking about how point and click games were like beautiful big budget games in their time. Like Front Mission, this is a remake of Front Mission 3. Front Mission 3 was fucking, for a tactics game, when it cut to like the combat, it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. This looks like dog shit. Like the cutscenes also in like on the PS1 were gorgeous. This looks like a fucking joke. It is. I hate Forever Entertainment. I hate them so much. They did this shit with Panzer Dragoon as well. You can't take a beautiful old game and make it like a game that looks like it costs $10. You can't do that. It's not okay. It looks pretty good to you. Fuck you, Slade. How dare you? You obviously don't know what Front Mission 3 looks like if you think that looks good. I'm so mad.
プロコントローラーなど全部で12のエリアがあります。それでは早速入場してみましょう。
Nintendo is making us pay for this.
秘密店の最初のエリア。左のジョイコン
This should come with the
They're not
system.
making you do shit,
どんな
bro.
秘密に出会えるのか。
Oh, this is that thing they're making people pay for, or they're
Yep.
asking people to pay for.
今何か出てきました。その正体は
That's the only thing people know
ス
about
タンプ
this.
です。
Well, that and it doesn't look like something you should pay
パー
for.
ツの近くでひょこっと現れる
That's
の
the
で
point.
見つけることができるはず。
I have heard in some previews that it's actually quite entertaining.
I mean,
I
that
believe it.
is neat.
I believe
It
it.
just,
おや
it's
何やら
it's
動いて
it's
いる展示がありますね。
seemingly criminal for them to be
この
asking.
展示では
Yeah,
ミニゲ
like
ー
it
ム
should
を
just
遊
be a
ぶこと
pack
で
in.
ジョイコン2のマウス操作が体感
I don't know what this is. I literally found this Tumblr in 2 seconds. I don't know what's on it. Slade, I want you to. I'm not logged in.
挑戦できます。
Fuck, I can't even post it.
結構な量が
I'm gonna post this in
マ
our
ウス操作
Discord.
の練習にもうってつけです。
This is what a mouse is
コロナに
like.
応じて最大3枚のメダルがゲットできます。このメダルは新たなミニゲ
That's
ー
what
ムを
Front
オー
Mission
プン
3 looks
するのに
like.
必要なので、たくさん集めてくださいね。
Not some low budget rubbish
ということで、他のミニゲームもご紹介。
for 1998 or whatever. This
流れ
was
る
like
映像
the
の
go.
フレームレートを当てるクイズ。
Where'd you post this? In the gaming channel?
Yeah, just because you know.
表現が豊か
We
に
got
なった
just
HD 振
some
動
random
2の
Discord
振
about.
動だけを
I
頼り
mean,
に挑む。
Tumblr.
Look at those sexy PS1 graphics.
God, right? Like it was cinematic. It was cinematic as
とマウス操
fuck.
作の両手でプレイするバルーンハントなど、スイッチ2のいろんな機能を遊んで体感できるミニゲームは全20種類。ミニゲームによっては
This thing is like
新
5
たな
minutes
遊び
long,
を
by the
追
way.
加した
But you know,
特典が登場するものも。
it's like the only thing out at launch that I might spend money on, right? So
挑戦してみてください。
You're not getting Mario Kart?
右の
Yeah,
10.2のエリア
but I
が
don't.
出てきました。
That's more like that's more like my family. You know, I
マ
don't
グネットコネクター
give
の
a
秘
shit
密
about
Yeah,
Mario
but
Kart.
you might have fun with it.
Yeah, but that's
It
not-
might suck.
ちょっと見てみまし
I'm
ょう。
gonna play it with my kids.
隙間の意味という秘
It
密
might suck. It's not. It's not gonna
任天堂
suck.
スイッチ2本
It
体
does
と
not get
ジョイコン
crazy.
2の間にはよーく見ると
Nick, I genuinely
少し
forgot.
だ
Do you
け
have
隙
kids?
間があります実は
I mean, there are some people who have children and they don't talk about them when they're on the internet. You know.
他にもドックの裏面の秘密や
Okay, let's speed this up.
の質感までもが手に伝わってくる
Oh, look at Chris Davis. Not doing enough for Chris Davis. He just said this. He thought this was cool or something.
I don't want to spend 5 whole minutes on this. Let's move on.
You know what
We should be talking about the Switch too. Using this opportunity to talk about the Switch too. What is everybody picking up at launch?
I'm concerned about the mouse functionality of the Switch 2 because this system's probably gonna play games like fucking Overwatch. And then does that mean that people playing on Switch can use a mouse instead of controller? And still be in the console queues for Overwatch? Because that sucks.
I mean, it's all going to depend on like
That's
what
cheating.
the developer does.
Are you afraid of getting pwned by a
Yes, by
7-year-old?
people
What's
with
going-
yes, it happens every night. It's awful. And then if you start throwing people with fucking mouse and keyboard in, it's just come on, impossible.
I feel like I should clarify for some people in chat. No, I do not have kids, nor are they coming soon.
Damn.
Yeah,
You know,
it's still
sometimes
gonna be
life finds a way, Nick.
9 months.
Sometimes it does, but not if I have anything to say about it.
Oh, Nick already tied his tubes.
Don't think they're tubes, but-
I have not.
You still have a fully functioning uterus.
You never know. You never know.
Oh my god.
All right, I think
Freeze
this
some
is the
sperm
last
and
thing
give
we
it a
have tonight,
snip.
by the way.
Not a bad idea, Crispy. It's not a bad idea.
I mean, you
I
probably
got
have to
snipped.
pay to store the sperm, right?
Snips, tied, and cauterized.
All I can think about is that community gag with the vials of sperm.
the giant cylinders.
Yeah. Here's your
I think I added the wrong one to. Whoa! I
What
think I
is
added
this?
I think I added the wrong. Yeah, I think I added the wrong one though. Hang on, let me see.
No, from my understanding, like there's a cinematic and then there's gameplay
There's
after.
two. There's two. bro.
All I've seen about this so far is that the fucking chud grifters on Twitter were like, "Oh, they changed Siri. She looks prettier now. They listen to us."
Oh my god.
So is the gameplay after this? The one
Yes.
I saw started right at the.
It's after. This is a 14-minute video. It has to be.
Well, the other thing I watched was long.
Yeah, but that was probably the.
Damn.
Unreal
What is this
presentation,
beast? Is that a fucking chimera? Oh.
Let me get a better look at it. I might
Some
be able to
sort
tell
of-
you. Let me see.
Some sort
No,
of
I'll pause it.
Striga.
Striga. How to pause it?
There you go.
Looks a little like Teostra. I don't know. Just keep going.
That's a Monster Hunter.
Hey, good.
I know my monsters. No, I don't.
Oh, they listened.
Jesus Christ.
You know what made her prettier?
yes,
they just
much
needed
more
they just needed better
comely.
tech. They needed the tech.
They just
res.
needed to give her a more feminine jawline and reduce the circumference of her skull by a few millimeters.
They gave her hips.
So this is not like a between Witcher 2 and 3 thing. This is like a full-on, like, after Witcher 3 thing.
Yeah.
Sequel? Yeah.
Okay.
It's called a sequel.
Yeah, well,
Wait.
there's sequel numbers,
What
and
are
then
you
there's,
doing?
like,
What are you doing
prequels
with
with
things?
numbers.
Did you play The Witcher 3?
I played 40 hours of it.
That's not...
I didn't finish it, no.
We're here to show you what's next.
What is
I did not
40
even
hours?
get
How
to
far
the point
did you
where I
get?
found
So much
Ciri.
more. We are thrilled that you're able to join us.
That is not a lot of Witcher.
Do you remember how far you got?
First things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kai.
I got to one of the northern towns. I did some quests there,
Hey
like,
guys.
I don't remember. I
Skellige?
definitely didn't
I
get
don't
to
think you got
Skellige.
to Skellige.
No.
Thank you, Ed, and hello everyone.
I think this footage takes place in Skellige. from the looks of it.
What was it? It's Nilfgaard or
Nilfgaard, yeah.
That's
That's God of War,
Niflheim.
bro.
That's something else. Yeah, that's God of War.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got all my fucking made up dumb fantasy names confused.
Isn't that the worst?
What you just saw, and
Is this supposedly running on PS5? Is that what they said?
Well, the tech demo is.
60 FPS with
This is not The Witcher 4.
So in the game,
I mean,
you're
this
playing
is a tech demo.
a professional monster
Right.
slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down.
So,
Oh, yeah, that's what they were saying, is that this isn't actually The Witcher.
Yeah, because the game isn't gonna be like running like this.
It's
when
not
you're
gonna look
playing.
like this. This is just a fun thing we're doing for fun, for no reason.
If you knock it down to 1080p, maybe you'll get 60 frames on medium.
They were like, hey, remember when the GameCube came out and Nintendo showed off that Zelda tech demo and everyone was like, that's cool, I can't wait to play that. And they're like, no, that doesn't exist. That's not real.
That's not real.
It's another one of those. We're being Zelda'd. It's like, this is what The Witcher would look like if you took out all of the fun and just...
Remember when PS2 came out, or PS3 came out, they did that with Killzone too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That was just.
They showed you like the coolest shit ever, and then we're like, no, that's not real. Don't just forget.
Yeah,
you
that
saw
was a cinematic, and they claimed it was real at the time. They were literally lying to people.
And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded.
Oh, it does on this game that we've made that will
On this game that doesn't actually exist.
that you will never touch.
Stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the
Oh my
performance.
god! No, who cares? I don't care. I don't care.
Look at
Stop
these horse
making games so realistic. I don't care.
Look at these horse muscles.
Oh, great! He's got muscles. He moves like a fucking horse. Who cares?
I mean, I'm with Crispy, honestly. I want there to be like good loot at the end of a cave that I actually care about, and not a blueprint for like one of 3 sets of armors in the game.
Oh yeah,
or whatever the fuck
or
you did in Witcher
small
3.
cache of ingredients for a spell you don't have.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is a CD Projekt Red game, so it's going to come out. It's going to be frustratingly good, but not good enough. And then 5 years later, you're going to go back and play it. It's going to be a completely different game, and you're going to be like, this is pretty good.
And it's crazy. And the thing is, people think that that's just like a cyberpunk thing, but literally every Witcher game was like that.
Dude, I cannot. The fucking Witcher 3 was like that. Witcher 3 was
Witcher
so
3?
frustrating
Witcher
when it
2,
came out.
Witcher 1, Witcher 1 and 2, even more significantly than
Wait,
Witcher
didn't you
3.
just say frustratingly good?
It's like, it's good enough to make you want to play.
Yeah.
But everything about playing is frustrating and non-intuitive and like,
disappointing,
long.
it's like
It's like so close to being almost there, but you've already gaslit yourself into thinking like, no, this is a game of the year and I paid $60 for it, so this is a good game. And then you play it 5 years later and you're like, oh, it sucked, and now it's like pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you think they could ever get away from that? Do you think? I mean,
every
like
single one of their games, they've
Well,
completely
I know,
redone the
but
combat
it's what they
system.
do.
But I'm
Years
thinking
after.
about Bethesda and how, like, say what you will about Starfield, but it actually came out and it was like It was like stable and
Okay.
and mechanically sound, and it worked.
I'm not even talking about
here's
the
the thing.
tech. I don't even think
I
Crispy
think
is either.
for people like us, for people who follow new games and do things like Fantasy Critic and, you know, give a shit about what games are like on day one, it really sucks. But, like, I would take what CD Projekt Red does over what Bethesda does any fucking day of the week. Because Cyberpunk 2077, now, if you go back and play it now,
It's a goat.
it's
It's a goat.
incredible. Like, it's
Dude,
so
Cyberpunk
good.
is
Right? Starfield's still gonna be Starfield in 5 years. Like,
I know. All I'm saying is, with Starfield, Bethesda managed to like prove that they were able to like kind of shed their like, you know, everybody expected Bethesda games to be a broken fucking mess when they came out, and Starfield was surprisingly stable.
I think they expected it to, and I think they curbed a lot of their design to prevent that from happening. I think they gave in to the fear.
That's possible.
Which, I mean, you know, I know people like Starfield. Your mileage may vary. I wasn't a fan.
Me either.
But, like, I can't imagine that game being radically different from anything Bethesda does in the next, like, 5-10 years.
That is
you
true.
know, like, maybe a model come out that makes it, like, really cool, but it's not like these games where they're like, oh, by the way, we, like, ripped out all the RPG elements and then put new, better RPG elements in. Like, you know?
Yeah.
You saw, though, how people popped for the Oblivion remaster?
Dude,
like, when they finally blow the lid off of the next Elder Scrolls game, people are going to lose their minds. They don't care. They don't care that they hate Bethesda. And they hate Bethesda games. They're going to see it and be like...
They're already forgiving him for the Oblivion remaster
Todd
at
Howard
this point.
presentation.
This is modern geek culture. We are so much more concerned about what came before than what's coming up. Like anything that's like chasing the fucking endorphin highs that we had in 2003 is gonna pop off way more than anybody like taking a risk and like doing something innovative. You know?
That's sad.
Well, I guess that's the fucking world we live in.
Which is also sad. I don't mean to rain on our parade here, but it is almost 9 o'clock.
Suffice to say,
Well, the good news is this is almost over and it's the last thing.
as for the soul, I'm not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you.
They moved her cheekbones or something. Man, I don't know.
Don't
but
worry.
This is working for me now.
Don't worry, they'll move it back for the actual game. You know, the one that you'll actually play.
What if it's real though? Like, what if the artists were like, oh shit, they think she's ugly. Let me fuck with her a little bit to make her more feminine. Like, what if they did win? What if they won?
Dude, I don't. They might. I don't know. But even if that is true, oh, you're gonna hand it to people like Grums? Like, you absolutely, under no circumstances, have to give people like that any credit. Like, who cares?
Do you suppose that they're going to have monster hunting combat in this monster hunting RPG tech demo?
Yeah, and all of this exists.
No, I'd be willing to
It'd be
bet
nice
no.
if Witcher was more like Monster Hunter. I feel like Witcher 2 maybe did it the best. But
I think he's implying he just wants to see someone fight a monster in this monster in this
100%.
Witcher
oh no,
demo.
it's not that kind. That doesn't happen in this.
Every time you go out on a hunt and you're like chugging potions and sharpening your sword and eating a meal and everything, aren't you like, this is what The Witcher would do?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. They definitely got away from that. There was a game I was playing recently about where preparation was a big part of it, and I kind of forgot what it was, but it made me wish Monster Hunter was like that. What game was I talking about recently that was like that?
So you are seeing tons of optimization.
Kind of wish Monster Hunter was a little bit like that again. You know what I'm saying, girls? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of like, fuck it, I'm just
or
gonna
you
go
play,
beat on
you were
this
playing
thing.
Gen Ultimate. That's what it was.
Yeah, exactly. Or before that, even more so.
Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents
But
going about their business.
Blades of Fire? No.
300 animated skeletal mesh agents. Like, we're definitely reaching a point where
months ago. I think.
None of this matters, right? This is all for investors, not for people like
this
us.
this is far more interesting to actual
It's
developers and
It's an
investors
Unreal
than it is
Showcase. It's an Unreal
Yeah.
Engine Showcase, I think.
We're not the audience. It's developers and publisher houses trying to
but
get
god
the
damn it,
conversion
we're
onto
gonna sit
Unreal.
here and talk about it as if we were.
But we understand that there's a lot of like superfluous sort of refinement that goes into these things that doesn't add any value for anybody who actually plays the games, but investors who have all their money dumped into fucking Sony or whoever look at this and go like, oh, I bet people will like that. My stock prices, like,
number go up.
Yes.
Number go up.
Number go up. Yes.
Doesn't it suck that we live in a world where number go up like makes all the decisions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
It's called
I
capitalism.
I don't think it makes better games, but whatever. I know. Where have I been all my life, right?
Right. Exactly what I was
Under
thinking.
the throes of capitalism. So that's probably 2028 at this point, right?
I
Probably
feel like 2027 is maybe realistic, but I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised by
What is
2028.
Creative Europe Media?
I don't fucking know.
Culture and Creativity. Program of Creative Europe. Subprogram.
Wait, did we watch?
That was it. That was the end.
Oh,
It's an EU government subsidy. What? That's sick.
that trailer, Dead Take. I meant to talk about that. Did we watch the trailer called Dead Take?
I don't think so.
I
It certainly doesn't sound
actually
familiar.
maybe. Well, we got to go. It's 8:55.
Did you not listen to me, homie? I'm not asking you to play it again. I'm asking you to listen, homie.
Oh, this horror game? Find your missing
That
friend.
first-person horror game from the creators of.
Yes, it was 4 trailers back. It was 23 seconds long.
Thanks. It's a first-person horror game from the
Owl.
creators of that Kenzera Zhao. What is that fucking game called?
Tales of Kenzera.
Tales of Kenzera Zhao.
Zhao.
Remember that
Z-A-U.
one?
Yeah.
Tales of Kenzera Zhao. Kind of a huge departure from their little Metroidvania game that they made, which
I just put in the Twitch chat.
was like the target of like a fucking hate campaign or something.
Was
Like
it?
weird like that.
Oh, really?
And now they're making a first-person horror game. I was like, that's quite a shakeup.
That
Maybe
is,
they'll do
yeah.
better for
Look,
them. But then I was like,
somehow,
they're just pulling a reverse. Red
that was not much of a
Candle?
trailer.
Red Candle.
Yeah, Red Candle from.
They're pulling a
Nine
reverse
Souls.
Red Candle.
Yeah. But it would also need to be good, like truly good, to be like, because Nine
Well,
Souls
yeah.
was not only a departure for them, but it was actually like super fucking good too. So
Well, their horror games were super good too. So yeah, I mean, it's a good developer, but I don't even know if this developer's good. But it is an interesting departure.
test my mic real quick.
Testing. What's the incubation period for COVID?
All right, I'm ready when y'all are.
2-ish weeks, something like that.
2 weeks?
Wait, what's in 2 weeks?
It
I mean,
takes
it
2
can-
weeks.
Incubation period.
Oh,
for
incubation.
COVID.
About a week, I think. Is that the question? What's the incubation period?
Yeah.
I think it's
And
about
that's
a
the
week.
problem with like living in a house with people with COVID is because like you're waiting for them to like get over it. But
Are
then,
they
you
over
know-
it yet, or are they?
Yeah, they are. But like, I also could have caught it from them like 5 days ago, and just don't know
You're
yet.
just yes.
So anytime I feel a little bit off or whatever,
I
I'm like,
kind of
"Oh, fuck."
expected that to be. That's why I asked you earlier, because I was like, you were fine last week, so I kind of expect you to tell me this week that you weren't feeling great. So we'll see what happens, but I hope you just dodged it. I mean, I remember when Robin got it and we were living together under the entire time, sleeping in the same bed. Never got it, and the same goes.
You
when
were sleeping
vice
in the
versa.
same. Wait. She had confirmed COVID,
Yeah.
and you didn't, and you were still sleeping in the same bed
Well,
as her.
we didn't find out she had COVID until it was already like 2 days in,
Oh.
and I was like, we've been sleeping in the same bed.
You just
and
kept sleeping in the same bed with her.
Nick's
I was like, I feel-
vaxxed out of his fucking mind.
Yeah,
dude.
that's still.
I've gotten like 18 vaxes. No, but like I didn't get
Well,
it.
still.
He's all 5G'd up, man. Like he's
Still,
good
just
to
sleep in a
go.
different room.
I think this is the we tend to sleep facing opposite directions.
That's his wife.
So-
and he loves her.
That's-
You cretin.
No, that happened. I also was sleeping in the same bed with my wife, and then I found out she had COVID, and I was like, "Peace out, motherfucker."
You kicked her out of the bed. You were like, you have to sleep on the couch.
I left, but it's that's crazy.
That would be
But-
funny.
but-
Because
Unbelievable.
there's different levels of like contagious, though. Nick.
Yes, of
So
course.
even though you didn't get it yet,
I know,
or-
believe me, I know. Look, when I had it, she didn't get it, and then like 6 months later, she got it, and I didn't get it. But we never once stopped sleeping in the same. We just assumed there was no avoiding it. We were probably going to give it to each other, and it just never happened.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you feel better. I wasn't like kissing her on the mouth or anything the entire time that she was ill.
Just
So
under you had like a rule. no, never mind.
no kissing. No
kissing above the waist.
I'm pretty sure you can still get it that way.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Analingus? It's a sexually transmitted disease?
Please.
I mean,
Analingus. Yeah, I'm sorry. Forgot. I didn't mean to be so crass.
Oh my god. Colonel Angus.
Colonel.
I always forget, like, how does he set up the final punchline of that skit where he turns it into analingus, but I can never remember like what he's actually saying to make it sound like analingus. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
No.
I'm not thinking about King of the Hill.
No, it's a Saturday Night Live sketch.
No, I'm just thinking about King of the Hill. I'm saying.
Oh, gotcha.
Like my brain went somewhere else.
Oh, I see.
Also,
That
rest in
happens.
peace, John Redcorn.
Yeah, what the?
It was
Yeah.
apparently
A hate crime.
Murdered in a hate crime?
That's what his
crazy.
But
husband
apparently the police are saying it's not a hate crime. What the fuck's that all about?
Well,
don't listen to the police.
I don't know.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, like, of course.
At the end of the day, it's still fucking murder.
Yeah, it is still fucking murder.
Did you hear? Like, I mean, like, I know he had been like going through it for a while, and like when they did the King of the Hill show here at the Paramount in Austin,
Yeah.
he like showed up uninvited and like crashed
shit.
the show.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and was like,
He lives in Austin.
no, he lives
San
in San
Antonio.
Antonio,
Oh, it was in Austin that they did the.
but the
Yeah.
show was in Austin. Yeah,
Damn.
and that was
Yikes.
only.
It's a
few
cursed.
months
That's a
ago.
cursed show, man. It's a cursed show. A lot of
Dude, everybody, yeah, like
dude.
they're all dead now. Oh my god.
My God.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, are they just not gonna have Dale in the new show?
They have they have a voice alike.
Yeah, they recast him.
All right. Are we ready?
Well, Bobby looks like he's doing good. That's cool.
Yeah, he's a chef
I
now.
watched
or
the
something
intro
like
and
that.
I was like, you know what? Yeah. They
Like,
got
but
me.
you
I'll
know,
watch
like the whole
this.
context for them moving in that cinematic, right? That intro?
Yeah, it's because they went to Saudi Arabia
They moved to Saudi Arabia.
for a
the fuck?
propane job.
Yeah, I don't.
Which
Also,
What the-
Bill
who knows
maybe
what that
died
is.
of COVID.
No, I don't think
Phil
so.
did. Stephen
No.
Root is like the only one who's like
Right,
still
only one
actually
still alive.
around. Like, okay. I'm starting my recording right now. Here we go. Recording.
I am recording.
I too am
I
recording.
restarted my recording.
Now that I've officially starting to feel like summer, guys.
Starting to kick in.
Yeah, fucking AC is trying, but I'm sweating my ass off in here. Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, roll call starts now. Brad,
Hello. Ah.
Crispy,
Hello.
Chris Davis.
Hello. I'm not going to scream.
Wonderful. Thank you. At least one of us did. Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 837. It is June 3rd, 2025. Welcome to the show. We're here to talk about video games as we do once per week, every Tuesday night on twitch.tv/4Player Podcast. And you know what? It didn't even really register to me that it was Summer Games Fest until like a couple days ago. So I wanted to spend some time tonight before we really like talk about what we've been playing and stuff, and just talk about what's coming up this week, because we got some stuff. There is a freshly announced State of Play happening tomorrow, which apparently is hefty.
There's some juicy stuff out there floating around.
There's some, I know what you're referring to.
A lot of copium in the air.
Yeah, it is copium season. I mean, if that's what you want to call it.
Got some updates.
A lot of people thinking they're gonna see some crazy things tomorrow.
Wait. Okay,
You
seriously,
was there?
No. What's the
I heard about Silk Song.
Yeah, there's
So,
some
I mean,
action going.
That's cool. I mean, that their like release and marketing strategy for that game is psychotic, but
am I being punked right now?
it doesn't
you're
feel
not.
fake anymore, right? Like it's coming, but like fucking talk to Brad over here about what he thinks is happening tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
It's not things. It's all but guaranteed.
There's evidence.
Yeah,
although
there's real
Jason Schreier is not going on vacation, so we can't be certain of this happening.
No.
Okay, so
the
this
Final
new
Fantasy Tactics
mobile gacha game is coming out.
No.
Oh,
The Final Fantasy Tactics was on the Nvidia leak.
Yes.
It was on the Nvidia leak.
How many years can we keep referring to the Nvidia leak?
Until games that were on it are
Sea
still
Scrolls,
not out.
that was only
there's
3 years
still-
ago.
Yeah, there's no.
The Nvidia leak
No,
was
that was
not
longer.
3 years
It's
ago.
got to be. It's like
Right?
18 years ago.
That was like
Yeah.
years before COVID.
It was like pre 2020 for sure.
3
right?
years ago. 3 years ago.
There was a lot of maybe 2020.
I'm looking it up
2019.
now, but I'm pretty certain it
Anyways.
was 2022.
2019.
No, it was
that
not
sounds more
2020.
correct.
Okay, before we get into the Matsuno thing, seriously, what's going on with Silk
Yeah, okay,
Song?
it's not okay. Well, it was so Jason Schreier, who has talked pretty candidly about knowing it exists, went on Twitter or Blue Sky
You just
today.
skipped right past the Silk Song thing, huh?
What about
I'm
Silk
literally,
Song?
We'll
I'm
come
literally
back.
over here asking you to clarify what
Type
the fuck
Silk
y'all are
Song
talking.
into Google, man. There was
Brad, this is a video game podcast, and I'm asking you about a video game.
but it's not like there was a trailer or anything. Like there's
Yeah,
like
I
there
know.
was like a back end update which hasn't happened
Steam
in
update
years or something.
sees a sudden shadow
Yeah.
drop.
Holy shit! Was it that hard to tell me with your own words? God damn!
You're talking about
Okay.
real spicy.
There was a
interesting
back end update in Steam that added some like cover art and stuff.
All right, that's all I needed. That's all I
It
needed.
would be exciting if they weren't just like in a Nintendo Direct with the year 2025.
Yeah.
It's not as exciting anymore. So Song is coming. We know
It exists.
I don't know. I don't know shit.
Yeah, no, I mean that's what I was saying is that like Silk Song feels real, it exists, we know it's in the ether, it's gonna drop at some
Yeah.
point. The crazy made up bullshit that Brad's talking about.
Okay, first of all, so Jason Schreier has talked pretty candidly about knowing that this exists in the past. He also went on Blue Sky today saying, "Hey, Final Fantasy Tactics is one of the greatest games of all time, don't you think?" Some shit like that, which is like out of the fucking blue. Also,
yeah, but I mean,
yeah, but that was one thing that was like, okay, well, like he's maybe the most reliable like source of anything in this industry in terms of like leaks or reporting, right? Now, which so that was great, right? But then Yasumi Matsuno, the creator of Final Fantasy Tactics, retweeted the state of play and then later deleted that retweet after someone probably from Square Enix said, "Hey, you can't just retweet that, bro."
He actually got a message. He actually got a message from Sony saying you can't retweet that and get people excited for your bullshit gotcha game that we're having tomorrow. That is what they said.
Guy. Listen to this fucking guy.
Between those two things,
something and then unretweeted it.
Yeah.
Also, Jason Schreier, like no one is contesting his veracity and his source of information, but he's also tweeted stuff before that everybody took the exact wrong way, and then he was like, "Oh, that's not what I meant." Like,
okay. But you are like hostile about this, like I fucking drafted it in Fantasy Critic. Okay,
no, I know. I'm just
a Final Fantasy Tactics fan talking to a fellow Final Fantasy Tactics fan.
I know. I think it's first of all, I think it's funny because we've been to this dance before, haven't we?
Yeah, but you're right.
But also,
we've also seen
because the conversation's more interesting if it's adversarial. I mean, I really do hope.
I do have more shit to say about this topic. So hang on. I will say when these leaks happen, like the day before, like during Gamer Hanukkah, like it is this week.
I love it.
When the leaks happen like the day before, that's just the actual things just leaking all over the place. That stuff is almost always actually real.
And we do know that
always gets spoiled beforehand.
We do know that tomorrow's state of play is like one of the big ones, right? It's 40+ minutes long, and we got Death Stranding 2 coming out this month. We've got the Ghost of Yotai thing. So this is going to be like
it's a state of play. It's not a showcase though.
Hold on.
Yeah, but it might as well be a showcase.
Terminology. Who gives a shit, bro? Listen. On the topic of Final Fantasy Tactics, all I want to say is it's very exciting for me, not because I want to replay a game that I already have on 18 different systems or whatever. Like Tactics Ogre Reborn was a remake based, like in terms, like from the ground up and all but visuals, a remake of Tactics Ogre, which they had done twice before. Final Fantasy Tactics had never had that sort of attention. Like they had a PSP version of that game, but it wasn't like the same as what's been happening with Tactics Ogre, where they've been rebalancing, like basically remaking the way that game. Like they just ripped out like the innards and like rebuilt the game. That's what happened with Tactics Ogre. So much so that like playing one of like that Tactics Ogre Reborn was like it's like literally playing a new game. At least for me, playing a new game. And Final Fantasy Tactics has never been like that. And I'm excited for the potential that even if this is a remaster, that they're going to go in there and really fuck with all the innards, rebalance that game because it's so easy to break it, maybe make new systems, completely change how all the classes work. It's very exciting for me, no matter what we see tomorrow. Now, if it has like some sort of visual overhaul, that would be cool too. But I'm a gameplay girly anyways. So who cares? As long as it doesn't look terrible.
When they did Tactics Over, did they like add voice acting to the
game?
It's
a fully voice acted game. So that's also very likely.
If they did that to Tactics, that would be
dude.
It could. Well, I mean,
yeah, but is Ramza gonna be?
Do I dare to hope? But also, what if they add Vieira? What if they add the bunny ladies back in? That would be kind of nice.
Okay. You keep that shit in Tactics Advanced, motherfucker. Final Fantasy 12. Tactics
the only way I will play this.
How dare you?
In Final Fantasy 14 as well. Like the Lost Evilise continent is also where the VR come from. So I mean,
fully voice acted is nice. They had a few cutscenes in the PSP version of Final Fantasy Tactics, and Ramza was voiced by Phil Lamar.
What?
I don't know if they get Phil Lamar back, but that'd be pretty sick. Yeah.
Question, serious question. Because when the Tactics Ogre remake came out, it was on the PSP, right?
It's never been remade. There was a port to PSP with like some new classes and stuff, but
wait, you were just talking about a Tactics Ogre remake.
Oh wait, are you talking about Final Fantasy Tactics or Tactics Ogre?
I'm talking about Tactics Ogre.
Tactics Ogre came out like a few years ago. It was on the Switch.
Yeah, on PS5.
Other systems, PS5, 4, whatever. Yeah. Tactics Ogre.
I tried that. I was gonna ask what platform you think this is. I mean, I guess PS5 is makes sense.
If they're showing it's Sony.
Final Fantasy Tactics would just be everything, just like Tactics Ogre. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm excited. I hope that they go even a step further and they do like a HD 2D thing maybe. I don't know. I kind of don't want a completely new art style, but we'll see. It's very exciting. Yes, Chris Davis.
I thought the
It's gonna
tactics
be
they
it's gonna be
released on PS.
perfect in every way, except it's gonna be kind of ugly.
I'm okay with that. Although I think Final Fantasy Tactics is a beautiful game in its own
Brett's
right.
actually like, I hope it's ugly.
I just want Final Fantasy Tactics with voice acting that plays great. I want it to feel like a new game to me is really what I want. Anyways,
don't we all?
There's other
Don't
stuff in
we
this
all?
supposed state of play / other things happening this week. Another thing that leaked apparently, or has been leaking for a long time, is Resident Evil 9. Has been Dusk Golem has been he has a history of being not reliable.
Considered a resource, but not necessarily being accurate 100% of the time.
But it seems like more recently people have been more trustworthy because he's fucked up in the past. Like he had Resident Evil 3 remake completely wrong, Resident Evil 8 completely wrong. He had a Resident Evil Revelation
In terms of what it was,
that never existed.
Wait, in terms of what it was?
Details, because he would always go into like the details of like you're playing as this character and there's this setting and this story element. He goes deep, and he's been doing that with Resident Evil 9. His track record has been better lately, so everyone just sort of agrees that he's probably in the right.
It's also possible that in the past he was describing versions of the game that existed at one point and then were scrapped in favor of other
which
things.
is what he says. He's sort of like famously like backpedals and like moves goalposts and stuff. I mean, that's sort of
I don't think he's back there like saying I gotta just make some shit up to get some notoriety. Like, I don't think that's what's happening.
His source or sources